Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. Today, we're focusing on the Week 1 Sales Execution Review. Our main theme is performance review and recovery mandate. And our key message is, no excuses, only results. We'll be discussing how we've performed so far and the steps we're taking to recover and improve. So, let's get started and dive into the details. Let's take a closer look at Week 1 performance. Unfortunately, the target was missed, which is clearly unacceptable. This highlights that there is an execution gap. That's the difference between what we plan to achieve and what we actually delivered. And this gap is not only clear but also measurable, meaning we can identify exactly where things went off track. It's important to recognize that the opportunities we had were not converted into results. This indicates missed chances that could have helped us meet our goals. Because of this, immediate correction is essential. We need to act quickly to address these issues so we can get back on track and improve our overall performance moving forward. Let's take a closer look at some of the critical failures we've identified. First, we see weak and ineffective sales tactics. This means our approach isn't resonating with prospects or closing the deals as it should. It's a clear area where improvement can make a real difference. Next, there's poor execution discipline in the field. Even the best strategies fall flat if they're not carried out consistently and with discipline. This inconsistency can undermine our efforts and results. We also notice a lack of urgency and ownership. When team members don't feel a sense of responsibility or act with urgency, opportunities slip away and momentum is lost. Finally, inconsistent and delayed follow-ups are a recurring issue. Timely follow-up is crucial in maintaining engagement and moving deals forward. When follow-ups are delayed or inconsistent, it can severely impact our success rate. These failures highlight key areas where we need to focus our energy to turn things around and align our efforts with our overall sales goals. Let's take a closer look at the root causes behind some of the challenges we're facing. First, one major issue is the failure to aggressively engage customers. This often means we're not reaching out proactively or fully understanding their needs, which can result in missed opportunities. Next, we see weak closing and negotiation skills. This is critical because even when we identify opportunities, if we can't effectively close deals or negotiate favorable terms, our results suffer. Improving in this area can make a big difference. Another factor is poor pipeline management. If we're not carefully tracking and nurturing our sales pipeline, deals can slip through the cracks or stagnate, reducing our overall success rate. Finally, there's a lack of accountability at the individual level. When team members don't take ownership of their performance or outcomes, it impacts the entire team's effectiveness. Connecting all these points to our overall theme, it's clear that addressing these root causes is essential for driving better results. Strengthening our engagement, negotiation skills, pipeline management, and individual accountability will help us achieve our goals more consistently. Let's talk about the business impact of these challenges. First, we face direct revenue loss, which means less income coming in than we expected or need. This can really affect our overall financial health. Next, pipeline deterioration is a serious concern. If our sales pipeline shrinks or stalls, it limits future opportunities and growth. Additionally, we're seeing increased pressure to meet our monthly targets, which can lead to stress and potentially rushed decisions that aren't ideal. All of these factors combined put us at risk of overall business underperformance, meaning we might not hit our strategic goals or deliver the results we've set out to achieve. Understanding these impacts helps us see why addressing these issues is crucial for sustaining our growth and competitiveness. All right, let's focus on Week 2 and the recovery mandate. It's crucial that we fully recover the Week 1 gap, no exceptions. This means we need to be aggressive in our execution and hold ourselves to zero tolerance for delays. Every day counts, so we should prioritize high-value opportunities only, those that will make the biggest impact. Additionally, daily measurable output is mandatory. We need to track our progress consistently to stay on target. Remember, this isn't just about catching up. It's about maintaining focus and discipline to ensure we meet our overall goals efficiently. Now, let's talk about our sales tactics that are non-negotiable. First and foremost, selling value with confidence and a sense of urgency is key. Customers need to see the true worth of what we're offering, and we have to believe in it ourselves. When we do that confidently, it helps build trust and moves the sale forward. Next, we should push for immediate decision-making. The goal is to create momentum, encouraging the customer to decide now, rather than delaying. This sense of urgency can often be the difference between closing the deal today or losing it to a competitor. Every interaction we have with a customer is an opportunity. We want to maximize these moments, listening carefully, addressing concerns, and reinforcing value at every turn. This way, we turn each touchpoint into a chance to strengthen the relationship and guide the customer toward a purchase. Finally, don't hold back on upselling and cross-selling. These strategies should be aggressive but thoughtful, ensuring we're offering options that genuinely benefit the customer. When done right, this not only increases revenue, but also deepens the customer's trust and satisfaction. All of these tactics tie back to our core theme, being assertive, confident, and customer-focused in every sales interaction. That's how we turn opportunities into results. Now, let's talk about the importance of execution discipline and why it's mandatory for success. First, daily targets must be achieved consistently. This means every day we stay on track and meet our set goals without fail. It's crucial because it keeps the momentum going and ensures steady progress. Next, strict follow-up with zero delays is essential. We need to monitor our activities closely and address any issues immediately, without letting things slip through the cracks. This discipline keeps us accountable and helps us maintain high standards. Real-time reporting is another critical element, no exceptions. This allows us to see what's happening instantly, make informed decisions quickly, and stay aligned with our objectives. Waiting for end-of-day updates or reports can cause delays and misalignment, so instant visibility is key. Finally, continuous supervision and escalation are vital. Managers should constantly oversee progress, and if issues arise, escalate them promptly. This proactive approach prevents small problems from turning into major setbacks. All these points tie back to our overall theme of operational excellence. Discipline in execution is what transforms plans into real, tangible results. Let's talk about commitment and ownership. It's crucial to understand that each individual is responsible for the results they deliver. When we say accountability, we mean taking full ownership of your tasks and outcomes. It's important to avoid a dependency mindset, relying on others to do what only you should be responsible for. Instead, you need to step up and take ownership of your work. This requires high energy, focus, and a proactive attitude. You can't afford to be distracted or passive. Instead, you must be driven to achieve the best results. Remember, it's not just about activity or busy work. What truly matters are the outcomes. Results are what count, and focusing on delivering tangible results is what will move the team and organization forward. So, embracing commitment and ownership means consistently holding yourself accountable, maintaining high intensity, and prioritizing meaningful outcomes over mere activity. This mindset is key to our overall success. All right, let's dive into the Week 2 action directives. First, we need to close all pending deals immediately. This means reviewing our current pipeline and ensuring we're not leaving any revenue on the table. It's crucial to push those deals across the finish line now. Next, we should reactivate and convert dormant leads. These are prospects who have gone quiet, but with the right outreach and renewed engagement, we can turn them into active customers. It's about reigniting those relationships and showing them the value we offer. We also want to increase our daily customer engagement volume. Consistent, meaningful interactions build trust and keep us top of mind. Whether through calls, emails, or social media, more touchpoints mean more opportunities. Finally, focus on quick revenue wins. Identify those smaller, fast-closing opportunities that can boost our cash flow quickly. These quick wins are vital to maintaining momentum and demonstrating immediate results. Together, these directives are about being proactive, closing gaps, and seizing every opportunity to drive revenue this week. Let's now turn our attention to monitoring and control. This is a critical part of ensuring our success, and it involves a few key activities. First, daily performance tracking and review are essential. By keeping a close eye on how we're doing every day, we can quickly spot any issues and stay aligned with our goals. Next, when we identify gaps, it's important to take immediate corrective action. This helps us stay on track and prevents small problems from becoming bigger ones. Transparency is also vital. Sharing reports clearly across all levels of the organization builds trust and ensures everyone is informed and engaged. Finally, strict accountability enforcement means everyone knows their responsibilities and is held to high standards. When combined, these elements create a robust system that keeps us focused, agile, and responsible, all of which tie directly into our overall theme of driving continuous improvement and achieving excellence. All right, as we wrap up, I want to emphasize that week 2 is really where we define the success of the month. This is the critical period where our efforts come together and our results start to take shape. It's important to remember that underperformance simply will not be tolerated. We all need to hold ourselves accountable and push through any challenges. Execution is key here, doing things with urgency, discipline, and focus. We can't afford to be complacent or distracted. Every action we take should be deliberate and aligned with our goals. The ultimate measure of our success is delivering results, nothing less. So let's stay committed, work with purpose, and make sure that by the end of this period, we've achieved what we set out to do. Period.